Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you the Amity minigame in Black Desert Online. So first to begin, you want to make sure you talk to all the NPCs in each of the towns. So in this case in Calpheon, I've talked to all these NPCs and made sure I had knowledge on them. And then when I come back to the Armsia to play the minigame, I can use all these NPCs to have a conversation with him. So let's go ahead and click on the conversation button. Now, as you can see, there's a dragon here. If your symbol is a dragon when you created your character, then you would have an extra 10% or 5% extra amity for being the same sign as what he has. So first, as you see, there's going to be a couple of requirements. So in this case, requirement is spark the interest with him 5 times in a row. Well, that means I have to spark every time has to be a happy face. So let's begin. As we're going through, we're going to see we're going to check the sparking interest and the interest level, and to see which ones are the highest possibilities. 100% again are the best, but we want a high interest level at the beginning. So if we take a look here, here's 100, here's an 18 to 52, here's a 0 to 55, so let's grab those two first, just because they're already pretty high up there. And we can go through and just check each and every one of them to make sure there's nothing else that we can use that's higher. So let's go back to the beginning. I know we had a couple in here, so we have a couple 100%. So I think this 14, this guy here, and let's take the first, and then we have these last 3. They're all 100%, but do note that you can still fail even though it says 100%. There's always a chance that it gets diminished. So we succeeded, we're able to continue. So now we can either exit and go back and take the 78, or I can continue and not use any more energy that I used 6 energy to talk to him in the first place. So in this case, I want to continue because I need to hit that 500 amity mark to buy items. So this time I have to get 61 or more favor. So let's go through the listing. Now the best thing about this is, since we didn't re-talk to him, the interest on the NPCs that he's interested in talking to don't change. So we can go back and grab the same ones that we were using before, because we need to hit that number that is written up in the requirement for 61 or higher. Let's go ahead and grab as many of these higher ones that we can and do conversation. We already broke the favorite level. And there we go. Now I can exit again, getting that total, or I can continue. Now remember, if I continue, if I fail, I won't gain any amity now. So if I know I can hit that, I can just exit and take the amity and run. But in this case, let's go ahead and do one more time. That's the 3rd time, and that will be the final time. And we get lucky again when we only have to do 145 or more. So it's not too bad. So let's go ahead and grab the highest interest that we can get at the beginning. So we have those 2 that are pretty high already, so let's grab those 2, and then we get the 24 to 27, and then we can go and grab the ones that we've been using for the last 2 turns. Now sometimes you might get fail so many times in a row, or fail at least 2, and those ones get kind of hard or annoying, so sometimes it's best just to exit and try talking to them again rather than trying to fail, because your total amount of amity that you obtain is 10% of the favorite level. So from there, whatever I get here is going to be added up, and the total amount you have per run is going to be shown here. And I'm going to exit to gain my amity. And now that I gain my amity to my overall amity, I'm able to go into the shop, and I can purchase anything that requires 500 amity or more in this case. So let's go ahead and purchase one of the items. Let's see, we want a Uriel weapon, so let's go ahead and grab ourselves a Uriel weapon. So let's grab a Uriel short sword. And when I purchase a short sword now, as you can see, I lost 200 amity for the purchase. So it costs 200 amity and 90,000 in order to purchase an amity item. And so now I can go ahead and purchase another one, just just to go and push myself below that 500 mark in this case. So let's go ahead and purchase one more. And now I've gone below the 500. I'm no longer able to buy anymore without hitting that 500 mark. So I will have to do a conversation with him again and play the mini game one more time to gain enough Amity to purchase from him. Thank you for watching. I hope it was helpful. If you want to know more, be sure to subscribe.